What's going on, wrestling family? Welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk to you guys about what happened tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. And to be honest with you guys, this was one of my favorite SmackDowns so far this year. Yes, in 2025, this is one of my favorite SmackDowns because so far, I think we're at what, 11, maybe 12 SmackDowns so far. I can honestly say out of that group of SmackDown, there's only been 3 that have been at least really enjoyable to really great when it comes to their shows from top to bottom. The other ones had some moments there, some matches, Tiffany cashing in, all these different things. But overall, from top to bottom as a show, they have not been that great. There haven't been storylines that were intriguing. They haven't had any moments that were that big outside of Tiffany Stratton cashing in. And all the matches just felt like they were just Nick Aldis coming out and just throwing these matches together. And they felt like they had really nothing to really do with anything from my point of view. And I like the fact that they actually took an opportunity now to utilize all 3 hours in a way to at least give people a little bit more interest into the show. So one of the main things I really did love about this show is the fact that they are continuing the tradition that Raw seems to set in the past 2 weeks, and that is to have a title match in the main event. And not only that, for the title to change hands. This is the 3rd title change we've seen in the past 3 weeks on WWE TV, being this close to WrestleMania. So it kind of made things a little bit unpredictable, and I love that in the road to WrestleMania, where everybody thinks they know what's going to happen next and they have these predictions and things like that. It's great sometimes, if it makes sense, for them to throw a wrench into the machine and throw all of the predictors off, and that includes myself. I like that. The more they change things, the more content I can make. So hey, it helps me out at the end of the day. But what I'm talking about is we had a match between Shinsuke Nakamura and LA Knight, where LA Knight actually won the US title off of Shinsuke Nakamura for a second reign as the US champion. And I thought this was a good idea. And the main reason why, this is coming from a person who is a Shinsuke Nakamura fan, loved him in New Japan, loved him in NXT, thought that he was cut short, after the incident that he had with John Cena, because I really felt like he deserved a world title push. But as of lately, although he got a brand new gimmick, he got a brand new, remix theme song, I thought it was going to be very interesting, but I cannot lie to you guys. This run as a US champion has to be up there as one of the worst that we've seen in WWE. I don't think it's Shinsuke's fault. I just think that creatively, they just don't know what to do with them. Like, that's got to be up there with Logan Paul and so many other people. So hopefully they take this opportunity to recalibrate, creatively what they're doing with Shinsuke Nakamura, or at least tune it up a little bit more to come with something interesting the next time they decide to put a title on him. And I'll be looking forward to that. But as of now, it's great to give it to someone like LA Knight, who's established, who's already over with the fans. So it just make all the sense in the world. So, I'm assuming they're going to do some type of multi-man match between LA, Jimmy, maybe Shinsuke again, Santos Escobar, maybe Braun Strowman will be involved in that for the US title at WrestleMania. But we'll look forward to that. Now, the other thing that I did love about this show is that they're finally having some storylines that are interesting, that are building on the show, that aren't all bloodline centered. One of the main things I did not like about the 2-hour SmackDown that we had at the end of the year last year is that everything was bloodline centric. Like, you'll have a bloodline situation happen for 45 minutes with a repeated ending to the show, and then they'll just throw random matches there just to cover the second half of the show. This time around, we saw Randy Orton cut the promo for what he did at Elimination Chamber with the whole thing with Kevin Owens, which is building that up. I love when they build stories up on regular TV. But the other thing that we really need to talk about is a situation between Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Now, first and foremost, I want to say this. I told you guys so. Okay, I told you guys, let me just go for a little bit. But the other thing is, Bianca and Naomi are trying to get whatever the WWE equivalent of an Oscar is. They are trying to do that, bro. They tried to, they put the tears in there. They put their feeling, they put their soul into that whole segment. They really, really wanted to win an award in that situation. And I'm not mad at them. Go shoot for the stars. But in this situation, we finally got the revelation of who was the person who attacked Jade Cargill. And we come to find out that it was Naomi. Bianca Belair asked her straight up, yo, were you the one who attacked Jade Cargill? You got to let me straight up. And then Naomi started to avoid the question and say, hey, these people are out here distracting you. Oh, look, it's a clout. Like, she was just saying random stuff to try to throw Bianca Belair off. And Bianca just saw right through it and say, no, we're not here for all that. we're here to talk about Jade. And Naomi finally revealed that she did attack her. And as Bianca Belair walked out of the ring and started to walk up the ramp, you can see the emotion of Naomi change from seemingly sad and hurt by Bianca Belair walking away, but turning into this aggressive person. And the reason that she had, the motive was that she thought that Jade Cargill was riding the coattails of Bianca Belair, and she really thought that it should have been Bianca and Naomi, but Naomi felt like she got pushed to the side when it was Bianca and Jade Cargill. And when she was yelling at Bianca as she was walking up the ramp, she was like, "I did this for you. You are ungrateful. You are a beat." Like, she basically called her that. And then Jade Cargill comes out. She comes out with this all white outfit with the blood spots all over it that represented, you know, maybe it was a callback to her tweet where she had that photo of her dripped in blood like a Carrie poster. But she walked out, came out like Mr. X from Resident Evil, put the beats on Naomi once again. And one of the interesting things is that Jade Cargill, when she first came out, she kind of looked at Bianca Belair, kind of giving like, "Hey, do I have permission to go after your friend, or, you know, are you gonna get in the way?" And it looks like Bianca was like, Bianca didn't give her no resistance and allowed that to happen for her to attack Naomi. And you know what? The fact that Naomi really didn't try to put up a fight, I understand that Jade Cargill is supposed to be the powerhouse or whatever, but Naomi didn't even, like, it just didn't seem like she was prepared. Like, I'm trying to figure out if she's going to be a heel, what type of heel is she supposed to be? But we'll find out in, you know, pretty much sooner. But I like the fact that they finally started to take a moment to develop the storyline even more instead of having us wait. We got the what else did we have happen tonight? Cody Rhodes finally came out to cut a promo about what happened at Elimination Chamber after The Rock pretty much whooped him and Travis Scott tried to kill this man on live TV. I don't know why that happened. People shouldn't be doing these segments when they're high. It is what it is. But I'm just joking, guys. But at the end of the day, the promo from Cody Rhodes, I thought it would be a lot more to it than what we saw. You know, it was interesting, but it wasn't really great. You know, I wasn't expecting a Dusty Rhodes promo. I wasn't expecting a classic promo, but I felt like it was missing something, and it was just dragged out for a long time before he even got to his point. But even when he got there, it didn't feel like there was any meat on there. Like, it didn't feel like it was anything really interesting come out of it. But he did what he needed to do. It did his job. You know, the promo was there for what it needed to be there for, but it was nothing intriguing coming out of that. I just felt a little underwhelmed from it. But, you know, given the fact that we had other things interesting happening, you know, that I'm not going to focus too much on that. Then we had Pretty Deadly win the #1 contendership for the tag team championship. It seemed like that they're really trying to build this on SmackDown, which is great. And I'm sure there's going to be a multi-man tag match at WrestleMania. And then we had a match between Drew McIntyre and Jimmy Uso. Then we saw Damian Priest come out to attack Drew McIntyre. And obviously, they're going to have their one-on-one match at WrestleMania. But overall, I think SmackDown tonight, again, was a pretty good show. Very enjoyable show. I love that they moved forward the storyline with Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. Randy Orton came out to cut a promo. It's always great to see Randy in the ring. They're starting to, you know, do more things with the tag team division. It seems like they have a lot more interest in enhancing the tag division, which I absolutely love. Oh yeah, and then we had this street fight between Michin and Chelsea Green, which I thought it was a pretty good match. And I love the fact that Chelsea Green came out in her Cactus Jack gimmick, but instead of having Mick Foley on the t-shirt, she had her face, but she literally had the same in-ring gear. But overall, I thought that match was pretty good. And to see Alba Fire get involved and attack Michin to cost her for her title, now we got Piper Niven, Chelsea Green, and Alba Fire on the same team, and it seems like Michin and B-Fab are together, and I'm sure they're gonna add I'm pretty sure they're going to add Zelina Vega within their match, and at some point it's going to be Zelina versus Chelsea Green for the women's US title. But overall, guys, sorry I'm sleepy. I'm gonna get this out the way. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Salute, peace, have a great day.